Welcome to BAWT's kitchen tutorial. In this video, we will cover how to set up a kitchen, the contents of BAWT's kitchen kits, and some sanitation techniques. To begin, let's start with the basics. Where should you set up your kitchen? Most group campsites will come equipped with multiple picnic tables, set up conveniently for kitchen use, but that's not always the case. Here are some things to consider when laying out your kitchen. Where will you do your dishes? Identify where there is running water. You will likely be choosing the closest water spigot to your picnic tables to set out your dish bins. Consider how accessible this is for your youth washing their own dishes. Will they need to walk through the kitchen to access the dishwashing station? Where are the tents set up? Additionally, where is the group spending activity time? The kitchen should be at least 50 feet away from both the sleeping area and any area that may involve running. This helps keep traces of food trash and scents away from the tents, as well as avoids overcrowding of the cooking areas. Plan out your kitchen setup in accordance with your meals. Will you be doing buffet style? Will adult chaperones be serving? Some campsites have food storage lockers, typically next to picnic tables. It is very important that you store all of your food not just at night, but whenever you are away from the kitchen. If there are no permanent food storage areas, you may need to utilize vehicles for food storage. Now let's talk about what you will find inside of your kitchen kit. Each kit contains the gear to accommodate groups of about 30 people. You can find an itemized list on the inside of the lid for each kitchen kit. It's important to double check that all the items are accounted for before leaving BAWT's gear library. Though BAWT doesn't supply tablecloths, it is a good idea to bring something along to cover a picnic table. This will help you collect food scraps and dispose of them properly. You can use this both for food prep and for dishwashing and drying. Some of the items that you can expect to receive in a kitchen kit include large pots and pans, mixing bowls, strainers, cutting boards, knives, spatulas, spoons, tongs, and other utensils, 2 lighters, sponges and scrubbies, 2 lanterns, and 2 mallets that are useful for tent setup. There are also 3 bins to be used for a dish line, which will be covered in more detail shortly. It's important to note that camp stoves are not included in the kitchen kit and must be reserved separately. Now we will transition to talking about dish stations. We encourage the use of a 3-bin dish system: a wash bin, a rinse bin, and a sanitizing bin. It's useful to set up your dish line next to a water spigot so you can replace the water when necessary. Your wash bin will use just a dash of dish soap and should get filled to about halfway with water. Be careful not to add too much soap because you'll want your second bin to stay free of any suds. You can opt to mix the cold water with some water that has been heated up on your camp stove. The second bin is for rinsing. This one is just simply cold water. And the third bin is for sanitization. In this bin, we'll use just one tiny dash of bleach and the rest cold water. Use no more than 1 capful of bleach for your diluted sanitizing solution. It's important to demonstrate to your students proper dishwashing technique before sending them through the dish line. You should set up either a trash or a compost bin for any leftover foods to be scraped out prior to the wash. You will want to avoid any food making its way into the wash bins. Once scraped clean, you can begin your washing process using sponges and scrubbies with soap. Then you'll rinse off any suds, and then finally you'll just simply dip the dish into a sanitizing solution, making sure to cover it completely. Finally, you should clear a space on your tablecloth to allow your dishes to air dry. We typically recommend an air dry to using a towel in order to avoid any bacteria or germs in large group settings. Finally, we will go over creating a hand washing station at your campsite. Keeping your hands clean when you are in a group camping scenario is crucial. It is very important to announce the expectations around this early, even before the trip, to your youth. Some sites will have running water dispersed throughout, while some may not have any. If your site is lacking any running water, you can always reserve some dromedary bags from BAWT to use for a hand washing station. In this example, we will use a bag to hang for a hand washing station. Make sure to find somewhere outside of both your sleeping area and your cooking area. Ideally, this station will be close by to your bathrooms to allow for easy access. Make sure there is hand soap available, and don't forget your ABCs. It is best to practice no-contact food serving. Here you can see this snack is being served by pouring rather than by grabbing from inside of the bag directly. Similarly, when serving food, it is a good idea to have one person in charge of dispensing each food item to avoid more creative methods of scooping. Your trip has now come to an end, and it's time to load up all of your gear. When packing your kitchen kit, the most crucial detail is that everything is clean and dry before it goes back into the plastic box. If you need to give everything a final towel dry, please do so. Fitting all of the items back into the box can be a challenge, but there is a picture included with the list as to help you with your strategy. Finally, if there are any missing or damaged items inside of your kitchen kit, please make sure to fill out a damage tag and attach it to the outside of the box. Thank you for joining us for the kitchen tutorial. We hope you found it useful in preparing for your future outdoor kitchens.